Alrighty, good Monday evening too. Hope you're all having a good night out there. We have an active week of weather, at least the first half of the week. First round brings round of snow tonight. Some of you are seeing a little bit of rainfall. It's gone by probably 2 a.m. for most of you. Tomorrow we'll get a little bit of a break, a little lull in the action. The next system moves in for tomorrow night through Wednesday night. In that window there, we'll get freezing rain changing to rain. We'll get probably 2 to 3 inches of rain. There is a flooding risk on the rivers, ice jam issues. However, with that said, it's probably not expected to be as bad as the storm system we had last December. Remember that one, December 17th, 18th? There is the potential for river flooding, but minor to possibly moderate river flooding is possible. That will be that next one for Wednesday night, Thursday. Actually, Wednesday night. And then Thursday, we'll see a clearing sky. Look for developing sun. It's a little windy on Thursday, but nothing we can't handle here. In addition to that, the wind is going to be strong Wednesday night. So there's a lot happening. Looks like a bunch of you are jumping on. Thanks for everyone for checking in this evening on, let's see, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you are tonight. Let's take a look at the satellite radar. See if this will pop up. Oh, boy, is it not popping up on us here? Come on. Hang tight. We're having an issue. Hold on a second. We're going to get this back here. Present. All right. This is what we're going to have to do. You're going to have to bear with me. We're going to use the old weather computer right here. This will at least get us the idea of where we're going. You got to see the little behind the scenes look of the weather computer. All right. I was hoping to give you the full display. But here's the snow moving into the picture. Most of you are seeing already an inch of snow on the ground. In Portland, we have close to an inch of snow on the ground. Just took a little walk outside. There it is coming in from our Portland sky cam. Looking at some slippery travel already. Let's take a look at the headlines for tonight. Snow ends between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Will probably end with a period of sleet or freezing drizzle. And I think the morning commute, there could be some slippery spots. It might take a little while for the crews to get things cleaned up. But as far as the kids hoping for a day off tomorrow, I don't think that's going to happen. Might be some delays. But I think this one's pretty manageable. There probably will be a bunch of delays. I mean, if it ends, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, there'll probably be at least some delays here. So we'll see how that plays out. Most areas get 2 to 4 inches of snow. And again, I apologize. You're stuck with the old weather computer view here. See if we can get that back here real quick. Let's see if I can fix that one last time. If I can't fix it, no big deal. We're going to go back to it. All right. No, I can't fix it. I don't think I can anyway. Hold on. Stop screen. Present. Is it back? Oh, it might be back. Hold on. Oh, we got it. We got the full screen. It worked. It worked, everyone. All right. So those of you across southern areas are seeing a little bit of rainfall. York, Algonquin, Wells, Seacoast, New Hampshire. This is so much better, isn't it? Notice the back edge. Actually, before we get to the back edge, snowfall amounts, some of the reports coming in from the Weather Service, each one of those little dots indicate a report. Falmouth at 7:24, about 20 minutes ago, around an inch. That seems consistent to what we have in Portland now, around an inch of snow. Meredith, a little 2 inches. Newport, New Hampshire, 2.5 inch there in Deerfield. All right, let's take a look at the satellite radar. Let's widen this out. The reason I want to show you this, here's the back edge. This is not going to continue all night. This probably moves out. It lightens up at least around 1 a.m. And then it moves out between 2 and 5 a.m. But it ends as freezing drizzle and some sleet. So we're not going to see snow this entire period here. There's a closer inspection of the SATRAD. Notice the snow areas in blue, areas in green. That's the estimate, at least, of the winter mosaic radar where it is raining. Snowfall amounts, no big changes here. I think we're on track here for 2 to 4 inches for most of the area. Some of the forecast modeling has been really hinting on this area right here from Portland down to maybe like Dayton, Saco area, maybe Scarborough, for some localized higher amounts. It'll be interesting to see. At the very least, we might see some spots on the upper end of that 2 to 4 in that region. And the best chance in the probably upper end of the 2 to 4 in that region is probably in the White Mountains there in New Hampshire as well. Lighter amounts are expected farther off to the north. And there's going to be a sharp cutoff over southern zones here. There'll be parts of southern York County and Seacoast, New Hampshire that don't get any any snow at all. So that's what we're expecting tonight. I think a pretty manageable event. But with that said, there'll probably be at least some delays tomorrow. I want to quickly shift gears to the next storm now. So this is we're talking about tonight's storm system with snow. The next one starts tomorrow night, but the main event's Wednesday night. So it's a Tuesday night through Wednesday night storm. And let's go through each one of these together here. It starts off to that darn black arrow. That is supposed to be yellow. I don't know what happened to that, but we're going to fix that too. We're not going to fix it now, though. But look for freezing rain changing to rain. All right. It's another thing to keep an eye on for Wednesday morning will be inland areas. I think there will be some freezing rain leading to some icing issues for the Wednesday morning commute inland at the coastline. It's probably all rain at that point. And it's going to rain varying in intensity all day long Wednesday with the main event Wednesday night. We're probably looking at 2 to 3 inches of rain, that in combination with some snow melt will probably push at least some rivers to bank full. I think minor river flooding is possible in some of these rivers, especially in the headwaters back through the hills and mountains. With that said, we're not expecting a storm like we had December 17th and 18th last December. So that's good news. We're not expecting anything like that for a few reasons. One, the rivers are already running fairly low. And two, this is going to be a narrow window of warmth trying to get in. And it's also going to, I don't think we're going to get quite as much rainfall as that feature as well. Regardless, though, it bears watching, so we'll keep an eye on it for you. That will be the potential for river flooding. In fact, flash flooding, localized urban flooding is possible, poor drainage issues, and also was ice jam flooding. That's a possibility as well. Some of the rivers that already have ice on it, that's going to break up. So a lot of the snow that's on the ground now and will be falling over the next couple hours, that's going to wash away on Wednesday. The other thing to hit will be Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. We're probably looking at outages, especially near the coast. Now, how strong the winds will get, it's still a little uncertain, but I think at least coastal areas, especially mid-coast Maine, you stand the greatest chance for getting wind gusts over 50 miles per hour, maybe 50 to 60 miles per hour. Elsewhere, it's probably 40 to 50 miles per hour. That's enough for some outages, and it's coming in off the ocean. It's a south-southeasterly wind. So that's the next system for Wednesday. I just realized with that headlines graphic, let's go back to that. I have the snowflake on there. I should have the raindrop on there, shouldn't I? Or the wind gusts. All right, that's another thing to fix, in addition to my black arrow that I'd like to be white or yellow to highlight better. All right, here's the next storm. Wednesday, this is actually Wednesday night. So Tuesday night through Wednesday night, we just highlighted what we're probably talking about is freezing rain to rain, flooding, 2 to 3 inches of rain, gusts over 50 miles per hour possible, power outages possible. So next one has many different variables. Tonight, it's just snow. And some areas south are getting a little bit of rain. I want to go hour by hour, town by town. This is an important graphic here, but this will walk us over the next 48 hours. And this is 8 o'clock where we are right now. And there's some decent bands of snow out there. I'll have to watch this area just on the north side of the rain snow line. Might be some localized heavier bands in that region there. So this takes us to about 2 a.m. Let's stop it right here. We are ending with a little bit of freezing drizzle and some sleet. Temperatures are cooling in this window as well. Also notice we're ending with just a little bit of light snow farther off to the north. So it looks like this winds down around 1 a.m. I think we'll start to see the back edge move across as soon as the 11 o'clock hour and the 11 o'clock news. My guess is we'll start to see the back edge coming across New Hampshire. And here we are, 2 a.m., and it's starting to wind down at this point. So the morning commute tomorrow, it's probably just cloudy. I can't rule out a little bit of drizzle or freezing drizzle, but it's probably just cloudy. Might take a little while to get the road crews to clean things up. But I think we'll be in decent shape during the day tomorrow as we go through a pretty solid lull. With that said, though, whatever falls for precipitation tomorrow, especially late in the day, probably comes in the form of freezing drizzle. So more icy spots are possible as we go into the evening hours tomorrow. So right around sunset, sunset. Actually, today and yesterday ties the earliest sunset of the year. I just realized what the date was. It's December 9th. So December 8th and 9th tie for the earliest sunset of the year. So tomorrow night's sunset's actually, I think it's about a second or two later than tonight. So we've already reached the earliest sunset of the year. We've made it, folks. Shortest day of the year is still the solstice because the rate of sunrise keeps getting later and later. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. A little bit of freezing drizzle moves in tomorrow night. Now, that freezing rain line is going to sharpen up a bit tomorrow night. And I was talking to my kids earlier. They said, Dad, hey, we going to get a day off tomorrow? And I said, no, you might get a delay. I think that's a possibility. But I think you equally have a chance of having a delay, especially inland Wednesday morning, because there's probably going to be some freezing rain that hangs on over the interior. That's 5 a.m. Wednesday. And we'll have to watch the temperature set up pretty closely. I feel confident whatever falls from the sky Wednesday morning is going to fall in the form of rain. But the big question is it going to be freezing rain or is it going to be just plain rain? Coastal areas, probably just rain. But inland towns, especially Lewis and Augusta, Sebago Lake area, that's the line we like to watch because it just seems to set up there for the freezing rain. The cold air will be scoured out throughout the day, but I think this model has a great handle on how the cold air is going to be stubborn over inland towns. This is important. Notice coastal towns are probably in the low 50s during the afternoon, even Portsmouth around 60 degrees. But there may be some spots inland that are struggling to get out of the mid 30s. And that's a real possibility. So Wednesday will feature some cold air hanging on inland for a while. That may lead to some freezing, some icing issues very, very early in the day. But then after that, it's just rain. All right. So after that, we're going to focus in on the potential for river flooding, minor to maybe moderate, probably minor river flooding, especially some of the headwaters. Flash flooding, the potential for ice jam flooding. And also strong winds will be moving in. Now, Wednesday day, we're not expecting strong winds. It's probably around 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night that the winds start ramping up. And I've been highlighting 7 p.m. Wednesday to about 2 a.m. on Thursday for our strongest winds. And the strongest winds are probably coming in right in off the ocean here. So coastal areas stand the greatest chance for getting some gusts around over 50 miles per hour. And again, tomorrow, just cloudy. If we get any precip, it's drizzle or freezing drizzle. The next weather-worn day after tonight for snow is going to be Wednesday. For the coastline, it's going to be wind at night. Inland areas, we'll have to keep an eye on the river flooding. That's a possibility. That in combination with snow melt, it's not expected to be as bad as last year's December 17th and 18th storm. But Thursday, Friday look pretty good. Another storm will be close to us Sunday, Monday. I haven't spent a lot of time working on it, but there's a chance for some snow or rain moving in late Sunday night. So that bears watching as well. And hopefully I can get to some of your questions here. Feeling everyone's going to want to know if they have school off tomorrow. But we'll look at that in a second. Let's bring up the radar at least so we have a decent background. All right, there we go. All righty. We have Elsa. Thanks. Couldn't get channel 13 to come in tonight. Interesting. Is it antenna Elsa? That's I'm wondering. I'll check that out myself. Hopefully we're broadcasting okay tonight. What's the weather going to be like in the morning in Lisbon? Cloudy. Suzanne. Snowing good in South Portland. Yes, I just took a walk outside in Portland and we have about an inch of snow on the ground. How much snow in Berwick? I knew it. We'll see if we can get Colin. I say I knew it because everybody wants to know their town, Colin. Berwick, Berwick's close. Berwick's right down in here. I bet you get a coating to 2. As you get up to Sanford, a little bit more, 2 to 4 there. So, yeah. Hopefully that answers your question there, Colin. We're going to get 3 inches of snow every 3 days, all winter. I like it. Safe travels to you as well. Thanks for checking in, Barbie. Will there be school delays? Yeah, I think there will. But with that said, I don't think there'll be any precipitation in the morning. So any delays will probably just be cleanup stuff. Cheryl, I hope that answers your question. So that's about 9 a.m. Notice, actually, let's go to more of a commute time. Let's go to about 8 a.m. There you go. Snowing in Porter. Thanks for checking in, Travis. Appreciate that. Conditions for Sanford. Sanford is snowing right now, I think, Allie. Thanks for checking in. But yeah, probably 2 to 4 inches for you in Sanford, Allie. Ending 2 a.m. to about 4 a.m. somewhere. Probably ending around 2 or 3 a.m. somewhere in there. Will it be safe to travel during the day in Waterville area? Yes, Martina. It'll be just cloudy, I think, tomorrow. Henry, what's up? Nice. I like the weathermobile you have. New weathermobile. Get ready for the big storm. Yes, if you get any good video, send it my way. I want to see what you got, Henry. Thank you for checking in. If you haven't had a chance to do so, check out Henry's weather channel. He's a weather enthusiast who has some great video. He's got a nice drone, and he's a very knowledgeable guy about weather and growing giant pumpkins. That's how Henry and I became friends over the years. So good to see you on here, Henry. Carabasset Valley checking in. All right, you have had a lot of snow over the last couple of weeks, Klein. Thanks for checking in. Hope we have a white Christmas here in Southern Maine. Lock it in. We're gonna have a white Christmas. We are definitely gonna have a white Christmas. We're not gonna have a white late week around here, but give it a while. We'll get back into a stormy pattern. Probably the final week and a half of the month is gonna get stormy again. So I think we'll get back into it. Oh, well, that's a live look at our Portland sky cam, huh? Look at that. Ted, hello, Ted. How are you? Thanks for checking in. Hello to you as well. All right, all rain in Canada midweek. Yeah, there'll be some rain up there, Roger. Yeah, especially up in New Brunswick. You got it, bud. There's always that one guy. All right. What's winter going to be like? What's the weather going to be like in North Waterford? North Waterford, 2 to 4 inches of snow, Liz, and you'll have cloudy skies tomorrow. I think you'll have some freezing rain tomorrow night, though. Be mindful of that. There'll be slippery spots tomorrow night, Liz, in your area, North Waterford. Hope that helps. Snowing good in Rumford, Bethel. Thanks for checking in, Pamela. Love to see your reports tonight or tomorrow. Let's see here. Starting to spit snow. All right. Thank you, Gina. High wind watch for Wednesday. Oh, okay. Good evening, Charlie. We might have, do you think we might have a high wind watch for Wednesday night for Buxton and Standish? Good question, Isaac. Let's see. They would issue a high wind watch, they being the Weather Service, tomorrow if there was going to be a watch. Day of, we would see if I think there'll be some wind advisories. There may be a high wind warning. My guess, there may be a high wind warning mid-coast Maine and maybe some wind advisories elsewhere. We'll see how that plays out. But I don't think we haven't really zoned in on the wind and how strong it's going to get yet. What's going to happen is there'll be a strong, we call low-level jet at about 4,000 feet in elevation. We were at 100 knots. It'd be above us around 4,000 feet. Roughly, just think of Mount Washington, 6,000 feet. So roughly the level of Tuckerman Ravine. Think of it that way. That's 4,000 feet. Or Hermit Lake. Anyway, it's in that level right there. The winds are going to be cranking out of the southeast. So the problem, the good news for us is we call it marine inversion. Those winds cannot penetrate down to the ground level usually, as long as we have that inversion in place. So hopefully, hopefully it's not that bad, but I think there will be some gusts over 50 miles per hour. So we'll see how that plays out. Joshua, hello to you as well. Chance for 5 inches in Scarborough. Yes, you're referring to that area I was just highlighting. If we see any spots that get over the 4-inch range, I think there's a chance. It's a low probability for you, I think, Scott, but it's right on the north side of that rain snow line right there. We'll have to see how that plays out, but I don't think you'll get into that range there. Probably 2 to 4, but you might get in the upper end of it. We'll see. That's the trickiest part right there. So from Scarborough to Dayton, Saco, even Buxton, Westbrook, maybe Gorham. That area could get some we'll call it localized higher amounts at this point. We'll see. But the radar doesn't look super impressive right now. I mean, it's snowing at a good clip, but we're not looking at those crazy snowfall rates. So my guess is we won't get it probably because the back edge is moving through in 4 hours, So we really need to crank in some heavy bands if we're going to see some 5-inch totals. Jace is driving from Mass to Waterville on Wednesday afternoon. How's it looking? All right. you'll just need the windshield wipers, Jay. I think it'll be rain varying in intensity. The main event is going to be at night with the wind, Jay. So I think you'll be fine. Just, it's going to be wet. Okay. Cape Nedick. All right. My guess, just plain old rain for you, Miles. Bridgeton checking in. Hello, Caitlin. Nice to see you here. Bridgeton, probably 2 to 4 in your area. Auburn. Troy, hello to you. No one's complaining. Are they complaining? They might be complaining. We do complain. That's what we do. That's what makes it fun. It was just back on this topic for a minute. It was 4 weeks ago. Everybody was freaking out. Remember, it was so dry. We had drought conditions and we had high fire danger. Remember that? And here we are. It's nonstop rain and snow now. But yeah, I agree with you. There's always something fun to complain about. But that's what we do in New England. We like to have fun with the weather. Light snow in Kennebunk. All right, thanks, Oswald. Appreciate it. Oakland, thanks for checking in, Melissa. Southport Island, no snow. No snow from the last storm. I got you. All right. Yes. Yeah, you were Southport Island. Those peninsulas and islands, hard to snow there sometimes, Brenda. But yeah. Let's see. Did I get yours? Yeah, there we go. How much rain are we looking at Wednesday for Wednesday? So 2 to 3 inches of rain, Matt. Mm-hmm. You're funny, Melissa. It's snowing here in North Waterford. Yes, thanks for checking in, Liz. Appreciate it. Snowing in Brunswick. All right, thank you. Get the shovels out. It's winter. I like it. Melissa keeps checking in with some nice comments. We need an old-fashioned winter. I'm with you. I'd like to see it snow more. I don't think this is one of those winters. I think we'll get off to a good December. But after that, I don't know. I think we'll have a good March, too, if you like snow. But, these weak La Niñas sometimes can be tricky. Snowing in Augusta. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate that. Stop complaining. I like it. Light snow in Fairfield. Thank you, Lisa. You're welcome, Jay. Sanford on Wednesday, 40 to 50 miles per hour. Wednesday night, too. Wednesday night, Alley. Yep. Gorham, Wyndham line, 2 to 4 inches. I think Gorham, Wyndham line, 2 to 4 inches, probably. Not complaining, just letting you know the situation. Oh, thanks. I know you're not complaining. I appreciate the updates. That's good. Thank you very much. How much snow in Boothbay Harbor? 2 or 3 inches. 2 inches. Let's go 2 for you, Lizzie. Where's the storm that hit Tuesday night right now? Where is the storm that hit Tuesday night right now? Last Tuesday? Might be last Tuesday, Natasha. I don't know. I'm sorry. Last Tuesday. I can't even remember what happened last week. We had that snow Wednesday morning. No, I should say we had that snow Sunday morning. Yeah. Sorry, Natasha. I can't remember what happened. Snowing already in Winthrop. Thank you. Appreciate it. Snowing in Boothbay. Everybody, thanks for all the great updates, everyone. How many power outages do you anticipate, Evan? They're possible. I don't really know at this point yet. It's Wednesday night is the time frame we're looking at for strong winds. Let's do this tomorrow night. We'll have a better idea. But I think there will be some gusts over 50 miles per hour. It's usually enough for some outages, especially near the coast. I believe you. Lois, thank you. I believe you. You're not complaining. Thank you. Nothing in Detroit. All right. Thanks for checking in. Terry? Chance of school closings Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for Southern Franklin County. Connor, I don't think so. Maybe Wednesday morning. Let's go Wednesday morning because I think freezing rain may hang on for a little bit there. Wednesday morning's your best chance. All right, Tyler's got a report for us. 1.5 inches. Tape measure in the driveway. It's a good way to measure. Like it, Tyler. Thanks, bud. Dusting in Wiscasset. Light snow in Emden. Thanks, Joey. Saco getting freezing rain early AM tomorrow. No, I think if you get any freezing drizzle, it's probably 2-3 o'clock in the morning, Christian. And I think that you'll just have clouds for the morning commute, cloudy, but it might take a little while for the road crews to clean things up. That's why I think there may be some delays tomorrow. But I don't know. If kids are watching this, I do your homework. It's ending early. I don't know. It'll probably be some delay, especially the bigger school systems that the buses have a large distance to cover. County, Connor. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. In Franklin County, I know what you mean. Yeah, you just mistyped Bounty. I see that. Thanks. I appreciate that, Connor. Lois has some funny ones tonight. I love Maine. Lois says, "Thank." We know you're not complaining. I appreciate that. All right, I think I answered everyone's questions. All right, it's coming out wicked hot. Brad says in Alfred. Yeah, it's pretty good bursts of snow right now in Alfred, huh? Let's get into where Alfred is. Yeah, there's Sanford. Yeah, that's actually the radar. Radar's kind of, that's Alfred. Radar doesn't look great there right now, but I believe you. I believe you there, Brad. All right, there's the back edge already coming through New Hampshire. So this is going to wrap up pretty quickly later tonight. Huh. Look at that. Let's see if there are any more updates coming in from the Weather Service. We'll check that real quick, and then we'll leave it at that tonight, and we'll meet back here tomorrow night. No new updates from the Weather Service. All right, so tomorrow night we'll meet back here. Christian will have some updates first thing tomorrow morning, of course. I think Emily will be in with some updates in the afternoon as well. But a pretty manageable event tonight, I think, ending 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Cloudy tomorrow. Wednesday storm, freezing rain to rain, 2 to 3 inches of rain. Flooding is possible. Coastal flooding is not going to be an issue. Good news there. It's hitting at low tide. So good news there. And what else? We have strong winds. Strong winds will be an issue. But not until Wednesday night. I was talking to somebody today and they said, "Oh, Charlie, I can't wait for that almost 60-degree temperature on Wednesday." And I had to say, well, if we get in the 50s, it's probably near the coast. And, I could see Lewiston staying, 30s all day long until the evening hours. So I wouldn't look too much at the warm temperatures. It might be a little deceiving as the cold air is going to be hanging on inland, I think, for a good chunk of the day. But the main event again, Wednesday night, heavy rain, strong gusty winds. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll look pretty good at this point. All right. I've already chatted long enough on this. And thanks for sticking with me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We'll meet back here tomorrow night. All right. Take care, everyone.